I'm going to check and make sure we're live, but we just had the player introductions and the national anthem. We're about ready to get started, but I'm going to do a quick check because I messed up last night and it didn't work. So I'm going to go to that real quick and I'll be back. Peyton Robinson, the first batter for Boswell in the top of the first inning. Bunts over out to the pitcher. Makes the play, and she is out for the first out of the top of the first inning. Boswell with the blue jerseys on the black pants. Denton with the white jerseys on the gray pants. Kelsey Harris, the next batter to come up for Boswell this inning. She fouls off the first pitch. You can come if you want to see. Give your card. That ball's high for ball one. UIL rules say that we cannot show you the game itself, but we can talk about it, show you a scoreboard. And she sees strike two. 1-2 that count now to Harris. That ball's fouled up. Tennis courts behind us. Still a 1-2 count to Harris. Here comes the next pitch. That ball's high. 2-2 count now. Denton squad, a very talkative bunch. Slapped out to shortstop. She's going to be safe. Shortstop over with the throw. Not strong enough. Harris is safe at first. Here comes our shortstop, the cannon. Graceland Rosales now up to bat for the Lady Pioneers. That's a ball. Right near the top of the strike zone. A little high near the shoulders. Pitcher and batter back to ready. Pitcher and batter. That's in there for strike one. Here comes the next pitch to Rosales. Slapped out to third. Third baseman drops the ball, so no double play chance there, but she throws over to first to get out Rosales. Harris moves over to second. Runner in scoring position now. And the late Pioneer pitcher, Julie Kennedy, now up to bat. Last time we did one of these things, she hit a grand slam to end that game. That's a foul ball. Comes back and hits her. Goes into the field, then a foul again. Here's the next pitch to Kennedy. That's going to be high for ball one. Good eye there. That was close to the last pitch. Here we go with the next pitch. Fouled over right at Coach Wilson. Coach Wilson doing her best Matrix impersonation. Gets out of the way of that one. Yes, ma'am. I should have brought a glove. That ball's high and outside for ball two. Next pitch to Kennedy. Foul ball out in left field. Left fielder makes the grab. That's going to be 3 down here in the top of the first inning. 1 hit, no runs there in that half of inning. Denton will come up to bat when we return. Sorry, that batter was Kelsey Paris, not Harris. I am a moron. Everybody looks to be warm.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 3,
Looks like the first batter for Denton tonight is Autumn Cooper, number 3. I can tell because they have a video right there showing you that you can see. First pitch is strike from Kennedy. Still wearing my badge. It's over here. That ball fouled off. 0-2 count now to Cooper. Wow, they have no rhythm. That was bad. Kennedy back on the mound. And here comes the next pitch. Foul ball. Still an 0-2 count. And Denton continuing the talkative nature that they possess. And strike 3 looking. 1 down here, bottom of the first inning. Next up for Denton, Taylor something, number 2.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 2, Taylor Musica.
Yeah, I'm not going to even try that. Also batting from left-handed. That ball's high, ball 1. Ooh, ball 2. I don't know where that missed. Here comes the next pitch. It's bunted down the first base line. And she is safe. Ball hugged the line, barely moving down it. Blagrave out of her stance to go get it and throw to first, but it's just a touch too late, and she's safe at first. 1 down here. Runner on first, and number 13 is up to bat for Denton.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 13, Haley Jackson.
The ball gets past Blagrave, and the runner is over to second. Scoreboard says 0 outs, but there is 1 out because the first batter struck out for the Lady Broncos. That ball's low, ball 2. Ready for the next pitch. In there, strike 1. Out to center field. 1 run's going to come across. And 13 is over to second. Run scoring double there for Denton. They now lead 1-0.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 32,
Number 16 now batting for the Lady Broncos. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Foul ball is strike 2. Slapped out to short. They're going to send the runner home. And the second run will cross. Graceland Rosales kept that from going too far into the outfield. Would have been a double, so she kept the runner at first. Number 7, the next batter for the Broncos, bottom of the first inning. Runner on first. Still 1 out. That's strike 1. Slapped out to second base. Could not make the play. Peyton Robinson keeps the runner from going to third. Runners on first and second now for number 14. Still one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Slapped out to second. Gets the out at first. Runners advance to second and third, but now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Next up looks like number 9.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 9, Erica Samaniego.
First pitch coming. That's high for ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That's outside for ball 2. That ball's fouled up. Back to even 2-2 the count. Oh, just below the knees for ball 3. Full count now. That ball slapped out to right field. Foul. Emma Robertson not able to get there as it lands right at the wall. Kind of a weird field. The outfield is grass. The infield is dirt. And the foul territory that is close to the infield is turf. A lot of different things going on here with the field. That ball's up. Peyton Robinson makes the catch, and that's going to end the first inning. Lady Pioneers now down 2-0 going into the top of the second with Emma Robertson to lead us off here when we come back. Emma Robertson now in the batter's box, ready to get this thing started off for the Lady Pioneers. First pitch is a strike. Next pitch coming up. That's high, ball one. Next pitch is also high and outside. Two and one to count to Robertson. Next pitch coming up. Swing and a miss, strike two. There's ball three. Full count now to Robertson. Foul ball, still a full count. And here's the pitch. Foul, third baseline. Got another payoff pitch coming up. Robertson got her sleeves all the way up, trying to get that tan in. Inside for the walk. Ball four. And Robertson standing on first. Emma Blagrave, the next batter, the Lady Pioneer catcher. No outs here in the top of the second inning. Blagrave up to bat with Robertson on first. That misses, ball one. And here's the next pitch. There for a strike. Looked exactly like the one Kennedy pitched that they said was below the knees earlier. 1-1 count now to Blagrave, and she's back in the box. She hits that one up high in between second base and the right fielder. Right fielder makes a catch. One down, bottom of the second. Haley Parker, the Lady Pioneer first baseman, is the next batter tonight. That ball's way high, ball one, up above the shoulders. Ready for the next pitch. Slapped out to the third baseman. Robertson all the way around. She goes to third on the throw to first. They get Parker out at first. Robertson going over to third. They miss the ball. Coach Wilson sent Robertson home. And that was a good decision because she scored as the ball was thrown way high over the catcher, and she misses it. 1-2 now. Lady Pioneers. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Angelique Civic up to bat. The ball's well left fielder. And that's in there for strike one. Denton pitcher not taking much time at all to get back on the mound. Civic is ready. And that pitch is low. Ball one. Right across the shoelaces. That is also low. Ball two. Next pitch is here. Strike two. Attempting the bunt there. Now with 2 strikes, she's going to swing away. Foul ball. Still a 2-2 count. Pitcher and batter are ready. And here we go. Ball 3. Looked almost like the Ephus pitch. That ball is smacked out to center field between right and center. She's over to second, standing easily with the double. 1 hop to the fence. She got a hold of that one in the right spot of the bat. And she is standing on second. Next up is the designated player, Kaylee Villegas. Coach Wilson letting Civic know that if it touches grass, she's running. Villegas gets a single here. Civic running to third. Catcher drops the ball. She took off after the drop, so she is tagged out at third. We will go to the bottom of the second inning here. Only down 1 run and looking to hold it that way. The throw down to second is complete. A little conference on the mound for the Lady Pioneers before we get started. Outfielders giving their high fives.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 4,
Little Lion King for the walk-up music for this batter. Kennedy ready for her first pitch. That's high for ball 1. That's in there for strike 1. Very small strike zone here. Next pitch. Bunted foul, strike 2. Batter's back in the box. Kennedy back on the mound. And strike three, looking. I believe that's the same person she struck out looking in the first inning. I have been wrong before, so that's still a possibility. First pitch. Oh, that looked like it was there. Ball one. I can't tell where that's missing because it's right in the middle. Ball two. There's strike one. I don't have the best angle for judging these pitches, though, just by height, not inside-outside over the plate. Bunts again. Kennedy's there. And I believe that's the first one they got on with the bunt the first time, too. She has 2 bunts for 2 singles so far in this game. Next batter for the Denton Lady Broncos, you can see right there in front of you. She's got to check her little card to see what coach has called for her. Got the football armband over here on the third base line. Swing and a miss, a strike one. Second pitch two is low. Runner going. Got her. She's out at second. Good tag right there by Rosales. Two down now here in the bottom of the second. No runners on now. Number 3 still up at bat. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts that inning for Kennedy. That brings her total up to 3. And we go to the top of the third here momentarily. Kayla Villegas is going to start us off again, as she was up to bat when we were tagged out at third, the top of the second. That's going to be high for ball one. That's in there for strike one. She held back in time, but it was called a strike. Ready for the next pitch. That's high for ball two. That's going to be low for ball three. Full count now to Villegas. Next pitch. Oh, would have been ball four, but she fouls it off, so she's going to stay. She's going to keep fighting, sorry. Next pitch coming. Inside, ball four. Peyton Robinson, the Lady Pioneer leadoff hitter, back up to bat. Runner on first. No outs here, top of the third inning. Down by one run. That's low. Ball one. I'm not really reading it. That ball is bunted foul. Next pitch to Robinson is bunted over to first. Pitcher there. Not even half a step late, but she is out on the sacrifice. Robinson sacrifices Villegas over to second. Now we got a runner in scoring position, and Kelsey Paris up to bat. That's going to be high for ball one. Up above the letters. She brings the bunt back, but it's a strike. Next pitch to Paris is a ball. Next pitch to Paris coming. That's going to be at the letters as well. Three. Oh, never mind. Strike two. Okay, I was right. 3-1. That's high for ball four. They scared me on that one. Next up, Graceland Rosales. Runners on first and second for Rosales. One out here in top of the third inning. Slaps out to second. They're going to get the out at first. And we have Julie Kennedy coming up with runners on second and third.
Now batting for Boswell, number 88, Julie Kennedy.
They give the intentional walk to Kennedy to get to Emma Robertson. Now we have bases loaded here with 2 outs and Emma Robertson at the plate.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Kaylee Aston in to run for Julie Kennedy. First pitch is a ball. Next pitch is there. Oh! That was at the third baseman before she could react, but she ends up holding on to it for the third out. That was a rocket. Still a 2-1 ball game here with the bottom of the third inning to follow. Here we go with the bottom of the third inning. Kennedy here ready with her first pitch of the inning, and it's a strike. Batter is ready. Here comes the pitch from Kennedy. And that's ball one. Here's the next pitch. Ball two. Everybody ready for the next pitch? And fouled off. Strike two. And here's the next pitch. Fouled off, strike. Still strike 2. And we're ready for the next pitch. Slapped over just between the bag and the shortstop. And she's standing on first. We are ready for the next batter. And the first pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Inside for ball 1. Next pitch is also a ball. 2-1 now the count. And we're ready for the next pitch. Ball 3. That's low for ball 4. Runners on first and second. No outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 32, The courtesy runner for Denton is number 11, Radiant Wright.
First pitch inside, ball 1. That ball slapped out to center field. Robinson not able to make the catch. And that's going to score the runner from second. Robinson's dove in. Ball just under her glove, bounced into her glove, and she got up and threw it home, but it was too late. Great play out there to keep the runners at first and second, though. So again, we have runners at first and second. No outs here. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 run already across. That bunted up in the air. Blasingame is there to catch it for the out. One down here now in the bottom of the third inning.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 14.
That's in there for strike one. That ball's fouled up. Blagrave there for another one. That's two down here in the bottom of the third inning. Scorekeepers are still wrong.
Thank you, sir.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 9, Erica Samaniego.
And here's Kennedy with the first pitch. That's inside for ball one. That's in there. Strike one. Slapped out the first base foul. Strike two. Should be a 1-2 count.
Okay. I keep saying it, but it never happens.
That's high for ball two. 2-2 count now.
She looked at one. Oh, now they fix it. Making me question everything.
That's slapped out to center field. Robinson's there. Put it away for the third out. We will go to the top of the fourth here shortly.
She wanted to play her last basketball game. Mom and doctor wouldn't let her. She wanted to play. I said, go buy your mask. It's already broke.
I mean, you can't really do any much damage.
Yeah, but he didn't want her to
And we're ready to get started here in the top of the 4th inning. Blagrave up to bat for the Lady Pioneers. 2 good catches last inning at catcher. Slaps it over to third. That's a fair ball. Right over the bag. And it touched the glove of the third baseman, so it would have been fair anyway. She hits the first pitch she sees here in the top of the 4th inning. And Haley Parker will be our next batter. And here's the first pitch to Parker. She bunts it. Oh! Third baseman charging on. The bunt stayed in the air, and she made the catch, and Blagrave got caught off the bag. Double play for the Lady Broncos. Angelique Civic, the next batter. She doubled into gap between right and center last time. That ball's way high, up around the eyebrows for ball 1. That's in there for strike 1. Ball 2 there to Civic. That's going to be fouled down the third baseline. That's going to be ball 2. 2-2 now the count to Civic. Slapped out to the shortstop. Shortstop's got it. Over to first. She is out at first. That's 3 here in the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom. Lady Pioneers down 3-1. Back to the top of the order again?
Now batting for the Broncos.
Back to the top of the Bronco order. She has struck out twice so far. Both times looking. And the first pitch is ball 1. The bunt attempt is fouled off for strike 1. Third in. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Never mind, it was a slap at it, so it's a foul ball. Still 1-2 count. And another slap is fouled off the third base side.
I thought she held it out there for a bunt. I was like, that's strike 3.
This is almost stopping the count like a bunt.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the hat trick. Number 1 has bunted safely twice. She's the next batter for the Broncos. Both times right down that foul line. Very slowly. And here's the first pitch. That's high for ball 1. And the second pitch, that's in there for strike 1.
He just said strike. Okay.
The scoreboard's a little slow.
Second one in there, strike 2.
Now she can't bunt and get on.
That's high, ball 2. Here comes the next pitch. Fouled off. Still 2-2 count. Next pitch coming. Ooh, it's in the dirt. Ball 3. Full count now. Foul ball. Still full count. Ball 4. 1 out here, bottom of the 4th inning. And there's a batter standing on first. And we're ready for the first pitch. Slapped up between short and outfield. Rosales there to put it away for out number 2. Ranging into the grass to make that grab. 2 down now here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the first pitch to her. Fouled, bunted over the third base line. Parrish there with the throw, and she is out. Good job there by the Lady Pioneers to get out of that inning unhurt. And we will go to the top of the 5th to try to tie this thing up.
Kaylee Villegas.
No?
Yeah, now I'm 1-2. Yeah, Angela grounded out short to Indiana.
How long ago was it that the thing to third? Man, I missed a whole inning.
Yeah, that was the end of the fourth, third. I was right in the stomach.
Kaylee Villegas, the first batter this inning for the Lady Pioneers. The first pitch to her.
Emma hit the ball again.
That's right, the double play thingy.
Villegas almost over the head of the right fielder, but she gets there for the catch. One down here in the top of the fifth inning. And the top of the order to follow. Peyton Robinson now up, leadoff hitter.
Now batting for Boswell, number 2.
It went quick after the double play. It was 2 pitches.
There's ball 1 to Robinson. Peyton Robinson still a bat, 2-2 now the count. That's high for ball 3. That's fouled off. Still a full count. Robinson back in the box, ready for the next pitch. Third baseman Kelsey Paris. One out here, top of the fifth inning. That ball's high for ball 1. Peyton Robinson steals second. Throw is over to the right of the bag. It might have been there in time. Probably not. Robinson's pretty quick. Now we got one out. Robinson standing on second after the steal. Paris fouls one up over our heads into the tennis courts. 1-1 count now to Paris. Next pitch. That's high over the head. Robinson standing on third now as that gets past the catcher. Quick reaction there by the senior. She was off and running as it passed the catcher. Heads up play there by Robinson. Next pitch is also high. 3-1 count now to Paris.
There we go. A little bit of going our way.
Next pitch to Paris. Slapped up over the first baseman's head. That's going to score Robinson. Oh, he calls foul ball. Paris back in with a full count. I didn't think it was full, but maybe. Oh, yeah. Foul ball made it full. That's slapped up foul. That's going to be out of play. Oh. Almost takes out a fan. Next pitch. Slapped right up the middle. RBI single for Paris. And it is a 3-2 ball game. Graceland Rosales, the next batter for the Lady Pioneers. Still one out here in the top of the fifth. That's going to be low for ball 1. That's ball That's a ball inside and off the catcher. Paris was running. That's the second steal in as many batters for the Lady Pioneers. Now Paris standing on second. Rosales still batting. 2-0 count to her. She hits it foul down the third base line. We're 2-1 to Rosales. And here's the next pitch. Slapped out off the glove of the third baseman. Wilson held Paris at the last second. Back at third. That single off the glove of the third baseman. Not able to get that one, even though she's made some plays tonight. Runners now standing on first and third for Julie Kennedy. Denton coach calls timeout. And Boswell got a little something cooking here. We shall return shortly. Conference on the mound is over. Julie Kennedy working her way into the box. Runners on first and third. 1 out here, top of the 5th inning. Pioneers already have 1 run across. And they're working on the next 3. Slapped over to third. That's fair. Paris scores. And we have a tie ball game. Beautiful hit there by Kennedy. Rosales now standing on second. Kaylee Aston going to run for Kennedy. So Aston now standing on first. Rosales on second. And Emma Robertson now batting. She hit a screamer over here to the third baseman last time she was up that got caught before she knew it was there. Just get a little bit more height on that one, and it could go somewhere. And there's the Ephus pitch for ball 1. Here's the second pitch to Robertson. Smoked over to the third baseman. Past the left fielder. That's going to score 2. And Robertson standing on second. A lot of balls coming down this third baseline tonight. And that's just another in the line. Lady Pioneers now with a 5-3 lead. Blagrave the next batter for the Lady Pioneers.
Yeah, man, those things smoking.
Left fielder had been getting to those balls down the line, but that one was hit hard. That might have taken some teeth out. It's out to shortstop by Blagrave. And a late start after the throw by Robertson gets her over to third. 2 outs now here, top of the 5th inning. 4 runs across for the Lady Pioneers. And Haley Parker coming up to bat. Emma Robertson standing on third. Single scores her. Ball one outside. And there's ball two. Here's the next pitch. That's high, ball three. 3-0 count now to Parker. And here's the fourth pitch. Strike one. Next pitch to Parker. Hit down the third base line, foul. Outside the bag that time. Full count now for Parker. And the payoff pitch coming. Slapped out to the middle, shortstop there. That's the third out, but the Lady Pioneers take the lead 5-3 here in the top of the fifth inning. Going to the bottom, I'm going to try to keep it that way. Now they're going to be searching.
3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Must be 3. 1, 2, 3 last inning. They have the top 3 out.
I thought one of them got on, though, didn't they? Should be 4, 5, 6 or 5, 6, 7. Number 13 up for the Broncos to lead off the bottom of the fifth inning. First pitch to her is a ball inside. That ball's low for ball two.
You got this, Julie.
Next pitch slapped out in between the second baseman and shortstop. Robinson's got that one coming back in. That's going to be a single. No outs here. Bottom of the fifth inning. One on for the Lady Broncos. That's high for ball one. And here's the next pitch. Slapped over to third. Paris has it. Got the lead runner at second, but she is safe at first. That's a fielder's choice. And the lead runner was retired. So we now have one out here in the bottom of the fifth. Runner on first. And number 7 is the next batter for the Lady Broncos.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 7, Lady Broncos.
Yeah, man. That's in there for strike 1. Strike 2. Denton a little bit quieter earlier, but they keep the talking going. That's up. Rosales is under it. And that's 2 outs. Number 14 now up for the Lady Broncos. Still a runner standing on first base.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 14, Denton.
It was 5, 6, 7, because this is their 9th batter right here. No, their 9th batter is next, so this is 8. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Just inside the third baseline, Paris with the throw. Good job fielding and throwing there by Paris. Excellent play to get the Lady Pioneers out of the 5th inning. We will be batting here shortly in the top of the 6th. Try to add a couple more runs to that lead. I need to see if I can get on those buses.
Now batting for Boswell, number 10.
Number 10, Angelique Civic to lead off the 6th inning for the Lady Pioneers. She hit a double in the gap between right and center earlier. And that ball's fouled back into the stands. And here's the next pitch to Civic. Ooh, ball 1.
That one looked good from here.
I think it was a little high. Might have been well outside too from here.
Yeah, the outside was.
And the next pitch, that's way high, ball 2.
Yeah, I was worried about it too. It was questionable with the height, but it had to be outside. You can tell from here.
I keep messing up on that.
It's hit up. Foul territory. Right fielder coming on, sliding in, and makes the catch. Kaylee Villegas now up to bat for the Lady Pioneers. Coach Hank congratulating the right fielder on a nice play. That's low for ball one.
Yeah, I'm 6'2", so everything looks like a strike to me. Man, she got there too.
One out here in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody on. Kaylee Villegas at bat. And the first pitch to Harris. I didn't see a signal from the ref. Must be ball one. Umpire, sorry, not ref. Slapped over to second, and it's through the outfield. Villegas going to score. Villegas scores, and Peyton Robinson goes over to third. On the single by Paris. And Gracelyn Rosales comes up to bat.
Whoa, what just happened? What just happened?
Lost connection?
No, it started the stream over.
Next pitch to Rosales. Slapped over to the shortstop.
Yeah!
Off the glove of the second baseman. Rosales safe at first, and Paris over to second. Another run's going to score for the Lady Pioneers. Little conference here with the pitcher for the Denton Broncos. Rosales standing on first, Paris standing on third, and Julie Kennedy up to bat. That ball is hit out to the left fielder. She misses it. Rosales is going to score. Kennedy's going to be standing on second. 2 more runs for the Lady Pioneers, and the game is now right where we thought it would be, 9-3. Okay, we're good. And Robertson gets under the ball up to center field, and that's going to be out number 2. Okay, I think I'm good. Sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties. I don't know what happened, but the stream restarted. So I was just checking in to make sure that we're still online for you guys. Emma Blagrave now at the bat. Slap to center field. In between the 2 outfielders all the way to the wall. Blagrave with the RBI double makes it a 10-3 ball game. Probably going to get a courtesy runner here for Blagrave so she can get ready as the catcher. Haley Evans out to run for Blagrave. And Haley Parker up to bat for the Lady Pioneers, trying to keep this thing rolling.
Yeah.
First pitch to Haley Parker. Strike one. Second pitch to Parker. Hit up over the infield. Second baseman is there, and she puts it away for the third out. Nice play there by the Denton second baseman. But 5 more runs come across for the Lady Pioneers, and they now lead 10-3 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. And after an inning like that, I got my dance crew back in the outfield. I'm sorry you did not get a chance to see that. Now for the Broncos, their number 9 batter going to lead off this inning. And Kennedy's ready for the first pitch. And that's ball 1. Second pitch is high for ball 2. Here comes the third pitch from Kennedy. And that's high as well, ball 3.
Walk number 9. You got this, Julie.
And the fourth pitch is in there for strike 1. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That would have been ball 4. And here's the payoff pitch from Kennedy. And it's fouled off behind the catcher. Kennedy here with another payoff pitch. That's in there for strike 3. One down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Back to the top of the order for the Lady Broncos.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 4, Emma Holzer.
I believe this is the one that has struck out 3 times. And here's the first pitch. Whoa, ball 1. Looked good from here. Here's the next pitch, fouled. Bunted foul on the third base side, strike 1. Next pitch to the Bronco leadoff hitter. Fouled off as well, strike 2. One and 2 count. And here's Kennedy with the pitch. Fouled off again. Still a 1 and 2 count to the Bronco batter. Another slap hit foul. And here's the pitch. Hits her right on the hand, but she was swinging. That's a foul ball. She is down. Take a break right here while she's down in there checking her out. She is upstanding, putting her glove back on. Trying to confer with the umpires. They say she got hit on the fingers. They're trying to figure out if she takes first, but she was swinging, so that should be a foul ball.
Because if it's not, then those other 2 can't count as foul balls because they're in the same spot.
I don't know what happened, but they just took an out on that one. So now there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Maddie Villarreal, I think, is the next batter for the Broncos. She has bunted safely twice. She has walked once. I don't remember what she did the last time. This might be the next time. No, that ball's high for ball 1. That is also high, ball 2. That looked like it's strike 1, but that's ball 3. That's in there for strike 1. That's in there for strike 2. Slapped over to third. There's Paris with it. Over to Parker, and that's the end of the 6th inning. I believe Angelique Civic is going to be our first batter here in the top of the 7th inning. Try to add to this lead when we return. Here we go with the first pitch of the top of the 7th inning is in the dirt for ball 1 to Civic. Next pitch coming up. That's high for ball 2. This broadcast not available tomorrow night from the home field as my daughter has a play that I am going to watch. Outside for ball 3. So if someone is at the game and on Twitter, I'll be checking if you could add me to that list. Ball 4. And Civic standing on first base with no outs. Everything bouncing at him. Number 6, Kaylee Villegas, now the batter for the Lady Pioneers. That's high for ball 1.
hope so. I messed up too much this week.
Next pitch to Villegas is high. Oh. Is high for strike one, I guess.
That was up there at the shoulders.
That was a strike. Okay, that was a strike. Should be 3-1, but it's 2-2. Swung on. Pitcher over to it. Civic over to second. And Villegas retired. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. And we will start this lineup over again with Peyton Robinson. She bunted on safely and got all the way around to score in the last inning. Bunted again, right down the line. Peyton Robinson in the rundown between first and second. Run is already scored. They got people lined up for days for this rundown. Drop ball by the Broncos, and Robinson safe at first. Didn't have the whole team lined up at second base, and a couple of them lined up at first. Wilson with her hands on her head. Still got 1 out here. The run does score. Robinson safe at first. And Kelsey Paris back up to bat for the Lady Pioneers. Ball 1 there to Paris.
Yeah, right there. That was beautiful. Yep.
Slapped out to the pitcher. Paris is retired at first for the 2nd out. Robinson now standing on second. And Gracelyn Rosales in to bat for the Lady Pioneers. And the first pitch to her is a strike. Robinson just waiting for that ball to drop out of the catcher's mitt. And here's the pitch to Rosales. Tried the slow ball, slapped out in between right and center. And that's going to be an RBI single as Robinson scores easily. Rosales now standing on first. Still 2 outs here, and Julie Kennedy coming up to bat for the Lady Pioneers.
You know they want to hit that so hard, though. That's almost slow pitch style.
That's inside for ball 1. Fouled off for strike 1. Here's the pitch to Kennedy. And it hits her. I remember an earlier game this year where she got hit twice. It's the 3rd time I've seen her get hit. And Emma Robertson now the next batter. Kaylee Aston now coming in to run for Kennedy. Robertson hit that screamer down the third baseline that scored 2 earlier. Looked almost just like this situation. That one's fouled down the third baseline. Robertson back in the box. Hits it up. Shortstop is under it, and that's going to be the third out. 12-3 ball game now. Lady Pioneers on top. Half an inning to go. And we'll bring it to you shortly. Throw down to second is complete. Conference on the mound for the infield. High fives all around. And the fancy footwork. A lot more dancing by our outfield dance crew as well. Good to see that again. And here we go near the middle of the Bronco order. 3, 4, and 5, I believe. That's slapped out between the two outfielders. She's going to be on second. Robinson with the throw. Misplayed by the infield, but no harm there as the runner has to stay at second. Nobody out here. Bottom of the 7th. Runner on second for the Denton Lady Broncos.
That's a good hit. Oh, they've had some. Right.
That's high for ball one. Kennedy back on the mound. Batter back in the box. And here's the next pitch. Right in there for strike one. It's going to be past my bedtime. I'm starting to lose my words. I apologize. And here's the next pitch. It's bunted up. Fair ball as Blagrave touched it in the field of play. She dove out there. Couldn't quite get to it. And we have runners on. Denton has runners on first and third with no outs. Wilson out to protest that call. Shortstop over to try to catch the runner on third napping. Throw down is there, but called safe at third. Next pitch is high. And it's 2-0 count. Here's the next pitch. I couldn't tell you where that missed either. Kennedy upset about that one. 3-0 now the count. That one's popped up. Foul territory, out of play. There's strike one. Kennedy is now ready. Behind in the count, 3-1. Swing and a miss. She's still out. Swing and a miss for strike two. Ball dropped by Blagrave. Throw down to second, and they tag her easily. They try to protest the tag, but she got it on her. She was called out. She tried to run back over to second. Parker tried to tag her again. She was already out, so that didn't matter. And we now have one out here, bottom of the seventh inning, and a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. It is high, but a swing and a miss. Strike three. 2 outs here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Three more strikes, and this game is over. This Bronco batter had a good hit last time she was up. And here's Kennedy with the first pitch. Fouled back. Strike one. The Denton team getting quieter and quieter as the game goes on. And here's the next pitch. Runner still standing on third. That ball's high for ball one. Kennedy back on the mound for the third pitch. And it's low for ball two. Kennedy back out for the fourth pitch of this at bat. Batter held up on that one, and they call ball. And here's Kennedy inside for ball four. Runners now on first and third. 2 outs here still, bottom of the seventh inning. Just need one more out to get out of this thing. Broncos shortstop up to bat. She made that catch in the last inning. Emma Robertson hit. That first pitch to her is a ball high, way up above the shoulders. Second pitch is right there for strike one. That's low for ball two.
Come on, come on.
Next pitch by Kennedy, right there, fouled off, strike two. Count now even. That pitch is high for ball 3. Now full count. That pitch is fouled up outside over the stands, over the concession stand. That might have gone into the football field. Still full count. Runners on first and third for the Broncos. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. That's slapped over to Parker at first. She steps on the bag. That's the ball game. Lady Pioneers take a lead in the series 1-0 with the game tomorrow to be at our place at 7 o'clock. Somebody please get on Twitter and let me know the score, as I will be unable to make it. If you're listening, we thank you, and we look forward to another series next week. Good night.